All right, I have a question then. You guys are, I'm a little confused because you guys said you were maybe waiting for sex until marriage.
No, we didn't say that.
Okay, maybe I misheard. Maybe I misheard
definitely
then.
do. Do that a lot.
But you're not you guys have had sex though, which is
This lady said for you to fix that one little hanging piece of hair that you have.
So anyway, yeah, back to this.
I just asked you a question.
What did you ask?
Did you guys come on to troll?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you're being a bit too belligerent for the otherwise good faith question that I'm asking you.
What's your good faith question?
The good faith question.
I literally
still trying to figure out how you make this reconciliation.
Well, let me. Okay,
No,
so
he said he asked
said
something. That was
something
what you asked.
Sex until marriage.
Nick, just
It was something about
did you
that.
show it
Something
and
about
then
sex
hide
till
it?
marriage.
Don't leave that shit.
And we
up,
said
man.
no. I literally answered your question about the sex till marriage.
But you guys, if I recall correctly, you guys did have sex
And we don't feel
previously,
right about it. And we don't have sex.
You don't do it anymore.
Thank you,
Okay.
yes.
But are you guys desirous of getting married?
Honestly, I'm not. I don't even know, but I just want to be.
Okay, you
are
guys are
life partners,
yes,
business
you're
partners.
romantically involved.
Yeah.
Are you desirous of potentially one day getting married?
I would want to get married, but I mean, at the end of the day, it depends on what God wants from us, and I'm not going to do anything
And
that
so
He wouldn't want.
so you guys, do you want kids?
We
To
will
foster.
Foster kids. Okay.
Yeah.
But so you're not desirous of having sex with each other
No.
or potentially sex with other partners
No.
moving down the
I feel
road.
like
No,
you
we're
waste
not.
a lot of time if you focus your energy and mind on sex. You can do a lot more with yourself if you just open yourself
And
up
when you
to
find people
real
that someone
life
that has
experiences.
complementing or like, an opposite traits of you, so that you can come together and create beautiful things, beautiful work, beautiful business, beautiful life.
So
And
I'm
if I recall correctly, if this is my understanding, one of the reasons you guys don't want to have sex is for religious reasons. Is that correct?
And I just don't really like sex. Kind of
Okay.
grosses me out, all the stuff.
Is it the same for you, or is there
Yes.
is there a religious component to not
Well-
wanting to have sex?
I mean, the religious component is kind of in the back of our mind. It's a yes, but at the same time, we don't feel right. It's a very icky thing to do, and we feel convicted. So yes, at the end of the day, it is a religious thing.
And I feel the same way having sex with men, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But we are not here to troll.
Yeah, I didn't like having sex with men either. So.
Do you ever think that it was maybe the person that you were having sex with was just it was a bad situation?
No.
In some cases,
Sex is
for me,
gross
yes,
and aggressive
but
and painful.
I also had some good men.
Here, hang on. I hear you out because you're saying it's gross and aggressive and painful. Those are all words.
I don't like the bodily saliva thing. And I feel like you're supposed to have sex when you want to procreate. We just have sex to have sex. And that's kind of why I said if you can't control yourself, take your husband,
I know,
take
but
your wife.
You have been in a situation with SA, and so I feel like for you, you're viewing sex from that viewpoint, from I was attacked, I was abused.
Sex isn't only for procreation. Do you think that husbands and wives should only have sex for as many times as they want to have babies?
Then why do you not
I
believe
think,
in
they
premarital
should.
sex?
That's not what I said.
If sex is not only for marriage.
Nick, could you close the
I mean, sorry, if sex
back
is not only
door
for
open?
Yeah, we're
babies,
talking
then why
about
can't
it
you
through a
have premarital
religious
sex?
prism, though.
Because God
So we're
tells us
talking
that
about
sex
this
is just
specific
between a man and a woman.
Yeah, but we're
No,
talking
a
about this-
husband and a wife.
I'm sorry, a husband and a wife.
Why can't you have
Ooh.
premarital sex in general?
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying, but you have a worldview conflict. So we're trying to speak within a worldview that she claims she has, I claim that I have, that you do not have. So within this worldview,
But ours are slightly different because you're Orthodox.
she just said,
And I'm just a
yes,
follower
but
of
the
Jesus
adaptation of the worldview versus secularist would be much harder for them to understand it than for you to understand it. So within the confines of this, you say sex is for procreation, right? Yes, I agree, but you would not agree that.
But in Genesis,
But
that's
hang on,
what
hang on.
it was
Let me
for, to
finish the question.
multiply.
Let me finish the question. But you would agree that inside of a marriage, having sex external to only having children is not a bad thing, right?
If the man and woman desire it, then yes. But I do believe there's several people, even who haven't been sexually assaulted, that don't have a desire to do that. They just don't.
Yeah,
I think
but
there's
that's
something underlying for
but
that.
but come on, that's not very common. Most of the time, married couples and couples
What
in
about
general have
nuns?
sex.
Did they all get sex?
And that's a totally exception.
Bro, what
exceptions
is
to the
up
rule.
with
Wait,
you
you
and
can't
sexual
go from
assault?
like
Holy
a
fuck.
few
was
women
bringing
don't
up
like
sexual
sex.
assault
Because she
as well.
just
It's
was
not
bringing
just-
up.
Yeah, but
wait,
I wasn't.
Are you? Have you done something?
She's not just answering.
What?
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 I'm just saying, why are you so offended by that? Like,
Bec-
honestly,
Because of the graphic nature of it, you
Well-
have to be very careful about how it's phrased on the channel.
I said I didn't never say that.
yeah,
You
but
told me
just
the words
use
I couldn't
essay.
say.
Use essay
Okay,
instead.
essay.
Okay.
But he's still gonna
was
say, "What the
what
fuck
was
is
the-
your problem with
What
that?"
was the false accusation you were about to make?
I wasn't gonna false accusate you. I was.
What
a
were you
question.
about to say?
There
I was
an
about to say-
implication for
What
sure.
were
Why are
you
you getting
about to
so
say?
defensive about sexual assault?
What were you about to say? No, that's not what you were about to say.
It's not.
We
No, it
rewind the
wasn't.
tape.
I know.
So
I
what-
know.
What were you
This is
about
why
to
the
say?
podcast takes 6 hours.
Yeah, I know.
No, because you're about to throw out a very serious accusation.
No, it wasn't an
Yes.
accusation. It was going to be a question.
No, you were about to ask, have you ever done X? Right, that's what you were about to say.
Have you ever made a girl feel uncomfortable? Is what I was about to say. And is that why you are so offended? I'm just wondering why you're so
Have
offended.
you ever made a man uncomfortable?
Yeah, totally.
Do you do it a lot?
Maybe.
So you're the perpetrator?
It's not on purpose.
Oh, it just
I think men
happens?
feel uncomfortable when women
Just
question
happens?
them.
It's just by accident?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
I don't just sit there and go, "Oh my gosh,
Sounds
a
like
man."
Sounds like you're the perpetrator here.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Sure, he wanted me to argue with that.
Don't need you to argue with that. I'm happy with that
How
answer.
did we all get
I know.
speechless? How did we all get speechless on this topic? I want to go back to the
I mean, if you bite
generalization
that bullet, there's
hold
nowhere
on,
for me
you
to
are
go.
like the king of talking over everybody.
That's good because most of you have nothing good to say.
Listen,
we're
I
women.
am.
Because we're women. No, no, they
Listen,
literally
Not
do
'cause
not
they're women,
respect
it's because
women.
you're dumb. That's why.
It's, I'm not dumb.
Wait, that wasn't cool.
That's
No, that
fine.
was
I'm not
very
dumb.
so
You're like
many
an actual
other
dick.
words.
Bud. You're gonna
Yeah.
get canceled. Real
You're a
quick.
bigot,
Not
and that's
cool.
all.
If every
I'm
single
going to get
female at this
canceled?
table gets up and
By
walks
who?
out,
The
there's no
Rainbow Pride
podcast.
Parade? What are they going to do?
There are different levels of being smart. You can be.
Okay,
Your behavior is actually you're
Brian.
acting dumb and uneducated.
trolling.
You're so educated, but you act like a little boy.
Oh, really? The cancel culture queen over here? I'm the one who's the problem?
I mean,
I'm not. I don't
apparently-
cancel anybody.
Listen, you're
got offended
apparently
over
like
a joke.
a
You got
God-fearing
offended
man.
No,
but you're
I
acting-
pointed out the joke as his character.
I know.
He has bad
I
character.
know. It's okay
He's
for
such
you
a
to
godly
be
man,
combative and
he
a brat, but
makes
if I say a
jokes that
word
like
about
that.
it, I'm the evil villain.
You're not an evil villain.
Yeah, good. Then stop whining and let's have the conversation.
We're having a conversation. Who's
No, all
whining?
you've been doing is whining.
I've been
and
keeping
crying,
the same
and she's
tone the
gonna
whole time.
cancel me.
You're literally
pause.
just a
Why do you
sexist man.
think
I
she's
was gonna cancel
whining?
you.
What
I
sta-
figured
it
She's
just-
literally
what part
been
of it makes it sound
because
like
she's whining
to
about
you?
a joke he made a
Often
few
what
episodes
happens
ago.
is when women are made to feel uncomfortable, they have two options. The first option is they could argue, but they suck at that. So they usually go to option two, which is to whine and complain and be brats and talk about nonsense.
What is
How long have you
Whiners
been
about
married
you?
for? Oh my!
That's
like,
what I'm
this is
saying.
Wild to me.
Thank you.
Dude, his
he
wife
is
is-
not a real man.
Did you just?
He's not.
He is not, and he is not. He wants a woman to do whatever they want.
Not a
Like,
real man.
You're not.
You're
Where
tucking
did you
in a
find
bed
this
with a
guy?
chick.
You're a,
What are you
you're a
talking about?
biological man.
Yeah.
But
Hold
your
on.
brain
Stop.
is
Shut
little
up.
boy.
Hold on. Stop. Everybody cease with the ad homs. Everybody stop with ad homs. We're going to try to get through this podcast without it having to devolve into like personal attacks every 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, speaking of personal attacks, I would like him to go around the table and tell us exactly who he thinks is dumb on this podcast, because
Yo,
I've barely
I've
spoken.
literally just tried to move things along. Just drop it. I told everybody to
I like
stop.
the question.
Hold
If
on.
we question
Bro,
them, we're wrong.
stop,
They can question
stop.
us. We have to answer all their questions. If we ask
Spencer
them, it's your private
donated
life.
$200. Andrew Wilson, get
I just didn't
cancelled,
realize you guys were actually this bad.
Anyway, my
It's insane.
sprinkler goes like this.
I'm trying to.
Thank you.
I agree with the
Jesus would not agree, and I'm very upset, and I'm sure he is too.
Comes back like it.
Tell it to your priest who marries your preacher or whoever it is.
Okay.
No, my priest just
We're not
understands that
gonna
he doesn't have
continue-
enough knowledge of the Hebrew language to
You need to stop.
act like you.
You need to stop.
The Hebrew language?
You guys need to stop. We're going to stop devolving into ad homs. We're going to stop having meta conversations. I tried to move things on. Why are you bringing it back to a meta conversation and trying to like let me move the conversation on so we can have a show?
By the way,
Wait,
Don't
so
ask him to
I didn't-
go around to
I didn't
every
call
table
you-
and state
didn't
why
call you
everybody's
guys
dumb.
dumb. I only called the person I was
let
arguing
us.
with.
No,
dumb.
you
You
said
just-
I told
okay,
everybody
then, all right,
to
that's
stop.
what I wanted to hear. Is that you? Because you generally
I
said because
told
you all are dumb. I
everybody-
wanted to hear that was
Yeah.
We're going to stop having meta
I'm not.
conversations. We're going to get into the actual content of the show.
This is the content.
No, it's not. Okay.
Act like you don't want all the drama.
Not really. Not really. Okay, did you have a different question that you wanted to ask?
No,
Or was
no,
that it?
nothing at all.
Okay.
This all started because you made.
Yo. Did you not just hear what I said?
I just wanted to
cease with the meta
Sorry,
conversation.
sorry.
Do you know what a meta conversation is?
No.
Andrew,
It's a
explain what a
conversation about the conversation.
We're gonna
Okay,
cease
got
having
it.
meta conversations. Let's actually get into the content.
Okay.
Okay. God damn. Holy shit.
That was just an intro.
Man of God.
He's not. Not
Okay.
no.
I've heard him say it.
That's.
Which means he's
Verbatim,
an
you
ins-
said you're
He
a
doesn't
man of
identify
God.
as a Christian.
I.
So don't
Look.
say you're a man of God. Then.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't.
He has.
He
could go
called
back
himself
to
a man
books.
of God with her parents or whatever.
Wait, so hold on. Now you're saying that, well, hold
Whoever
on.
the
I'm,
frick was sitting
I'm
across the
questioning
table.
you. I'm questioning you because you took the Lord's name in vain. Guys, please don't fucking high horse on this. Like, come on, you guys are not.
We're not high
abiding-
horsing.
guys
You
are not-
high horse as well. If you want.
You guys are not. You guys yourselves
We're
are
just
not
not on the same
abiding.
level of
Yo,
men, so we can't
if I'm
act like he
talking,
hacks.
Stop interrupting.
I'll submit to you.
Yo, you've got a fucking really nasty attitude. For this show to work, you can't be interrupting. You can't be having meta conversations. You can't be like throwing out these little quips and jabs. Do you understand? What are you doing?
So we're allowed to be interrupted, but by him.
As the host. So first
not
off,
by he's not the host, correct? Is that correct?
okay.
You interrupted
you're
me, I interrupted
you're
you.
interrupting
No, you
me now.
interrupted me first.
I'll
I
try
just wanted to
to-
make it clear. You're the host. We yield to you.
I
Okay.
will try to limit interruption from everybody. But I was in the middle of talking and you were interrupting me.
This time, yes. I'm done now.
Bro, you got a bad fucking attitude. Holy fuck.
You immediately started. No. You
man.
also have a bad attitude. Let's keep
No,
going.
I don't. I've been trying to get this back
so normal.
back straight, but you got a bad attitude.
What's the next question?
Can I talk about my 12-year marriage?
No.
Not juicy enough.
Can I talk about my virginity?
Nick, what's the